They are a dangerous high that are relatively new to the drug scene, but can also be deadly.
Synthetic drugs have already cost at least 2 Minnesotans their lives. State law was supposed to stop the sale of so-called bath salts, but look at what we found.
And you think this, how does this stuff compare to that? Is it I mean, you said this is similar, or?
Yeah, it's similar.
Okay.
A lot of people like it.
Manufacturers and stores are finding other substances to sell instead, and that has police and health professionals worried, pushing for parents to talk to their kids. Tonight, WCCO's Liz Collin explains the long fight ahead to get synthetic drugs off the market in Minnesota.
They said if I wouldn't have gotten help and into the hospital, my heart would have exploded.
My heart started pounding so hard, like I thought I was going to die.
I'm surprised that I'm still alive.
They are 3 lives almost lost to the latest drug trend.
It was bad.
Using man-made substances with strange slang names to manipulate the system. Bath salts, plant food, and incense.
I felt like I was paralyzed.
All designed to mimic the effects of illegal drugs.
There's word of new bath salts that are supposed to be coming around.
And as we found undercover, complicated to keep out of Minnesota stores.
We're supposed to be getting some pretty soon.
Had the department seen anything quite like that before?
No, we've never seen anything like that before.
Synthetic drugs slammed onto the scene in the Twin Cities last spring after several panicked calls to 911.
They were given bad drugs, people were freaking out, people were dying.
A house party in Blaine ended with 10 teenagers and young adults in the hospital, and 19-year-old Trevor Robinson dead from taking 2CE.
We were trying to figure out what are we dealing with that night.
I'm extremely concerned about this.
Carol Falkowski is a Minnesota Drug Abuse Strategy Officer, one of 20 across the country to monitor drug trends.
The speed that we've seen the explosion of bath salts is akin to the speed that we saw the explosion of crack cocaine in the 1980s.
Calls for help to the state's Poison Control Center after taking bath salts went from 6 all of last year to 120 so far this year. A state law this summer was supposed to ban the use of some synthetic drugs, but without a federal law, it won't stop online sales. And police say drug makers are constantly changing their formulas to say they're safe and legal.
We don't have any bath salts. We have herbal incense.
It only took us 3 stops to find something similar at a head shop in Minneapolis. Herbal incense with the usual warning all synthetic drugs have on the back. Not for human consumption.
$21.50.
There you go.
It wasn't hard to get.
No, just right up the street.
Synthetic marijuana called K2 almost killed Heather.
I struggled through the simplest stuff.
Bath salts have left Jesse with permanent brain damage.
Parents really need to talk to their kids.
The same drug Kelly lost her marriage and her kids to. Now they are all putting their lives back together at Teen Challenge. Grateful they even got a second chance at all.
It could definitely kill you.
So just how hard is it to crack down on synthetic drugs? Liz says that the Drug Enforcement Agency has identified more than 100 versions of synthetic marijuana and other designer drugs.